So we got Bo in the February auction. He was a little hackney pony. At least we thought he was a hackney pony. There's no really way of telling. We just know he was a pony and he looked like a hackney. We thought that he was potentially blind in both of his eyes.
This pony is blind in both eyes. One of his eyes is stable and small and non-painful, but the other eye is enlarged and painful, and he already can't see out of it. So he's scheduled to have a surgery to remove that eye next week. We just pulled blood for a CBC chemistry on him, and we're gonna make sure that he's systemically healthy enough. Dr. Gina and I are planning to do the surgery standing instead of under full anesthesia to give ourselves some more surgical time, so hopefully all goes well. Even though he can't see, he's very, very sweet. He actually hears your voice and tries to walk where you are, so I think he's gonna make somebody a really fun little companion horse. Bo, I immediately fell in love with. I fall in love with all of them, but Bo is a very special boy. He's 22-ish, maybe a little older, and he's tiny, but he's very snarky boy. I don't know if there's an actual term for snarky, but when he came in through intake, he had a negative menace response, which is one of the ways we gauge vision. His left eye is microphthalmic and shrunken and completely blind, but his right eye looked enlarged, and we thought he was completely blind in that eye. So we had him down to enucleate his right eye, and we planned for surgery, and we had everything all set up, and we had him in the stocks, and I double checked the menace test, and he was positive. So that was great news for him because he could see a little bit. Yeah, he was menace negative before, or like weened. We have a new finding. This horse, when he came in, was menace negative in this eye. The menace response is a blink when something comes at your eye. His eye was a lot more swollen than it is today. So this changes everything for this horse because he actually can still see out of this eye, and we thought that he was blind in this eye. So Dr. Gina and I are gonna do a better opto exam. This is important because if our swelling is due to increased pressure from chronic disease, we don't have treatment options. If our eye is swollen due to trauma, then we can anticipate an improvement over time. So between last week and this week, this horse went from not being able to see in this eye to being able to see in this eye. And if he can still see, we're not gonna wanna take his eye out. Sorry, everybody. I would say based on his behavior, he probably can only see within 2 feet from his face, but he didn't let that slow him down at all. And I was really happy for him because a little bit of vision is better than no vision. And both of his eyes were very stable and not painful. So Bo got turned out. We had brought him down to our veterinary hospital to stabilize him. And he stayed down here, and he ended up being kind of a pseudo mother for Junior, who was weaned shortly thereafter. And he was super duper sweet with them.
He didn't really have to do much training wise with him. He was the type of horse you could walk right up to and get caught out in the pasture. He never really tried to run from you. The only thing that he didn't really like was pokes and oral medications. So other than that, he did great. So we finally did find an adopter that was able to come out, and she absolutely fell in love with Bo.
One of my best friend in Hohenwald was looking for a companion for her older miniature horse who is also missing an eye, who used to be a stallion until very late in life and is also kind of bossy. And so she was looking for something small. Vision impaired works because she already has a vision impaired horse, but she was like, you know, whoever this is needs to be able to stick up for themselves. So I immediately thought of Bo, and Lynette came out. She actually brought my kids with her to the adoption appointment because my kids ride at her house all the time.
So we have an adopter here, and they want to look at Bo.
You guys want to come in and meet him? So he can't see out of this eye at all.
Is that that's the same eye DJ can? Let's see.
Opposite. DJ's
Opposite. Okay. He's got a little buddy that's he's a little mini horse with one eyeball that he's going to be with. They should do great together.
Yeah, he's pretty gentle with other horses. We had a little yearling or weanling with him, and he didn't care about him at all.
Yeah. I'm more worried about DJ.
Oh.
Because he was a little stud for a long time, and then so every once in a while.
He's going to be able to hold his own.
Okay. Every once in a while he kind of like thinks he's, you know.
He thinks he's a top dog. So you think you're going to take him?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
All
take
right.
him.
Fastest adoption of the year.
Did
Did you get that? All right, good deal. Everyone smile. Perfect.
Such a sweet boy. All right. He looks a lot better now, doesn't he? Okay. Woohoo! My name's Lynette, and I came here today to adopt this beautiful boy. His name is Bo. He's a little hackney pony. He's quite old, I guess. I have a mini horse at my place that is missing an eye and needs a buddy, and Bo is partially blind, so I thought they'd be good pasture buddies and could live their lives out together. And this little guy is going to get spoiled. Everybody's going to spoil him. Her kids are going to come over my house all the time and play with him and brush him, and he's going to have a really great life.
It was a perfect fit, so I actually got to go with Bo. This doesn't usually happen, but I got to go with Bo at the end of my workday to introduce him to his new buddy. And right off the bat, they hit it off, worked out their kinks, and within like 5 minutes, they were grazing next to each other. So I'm happy because I'm gonna get to see Bo all the time. My daughter rides out there, so I'll get to see him and watch him, and he couldn't have gotten a better home than Lynette.
All right, so Bo was adopted. He's all loaded in the trailer and they are ready to go. We're extremely happy for Bo, and we know that we're gonna get plenty of updates because the person that adopted Bo is a good friend of Dr. Lydia's and has known this organization for a long time.
Hello. I was not expecting that. Hello.
He's small enough?
He is small.
Isn't he pretty?
We haven't had a horse in the building in a while.
It's been about a year and a half.
He's so pretty.
I love him. Oh my goodness, he's adorable.
All right, let me get him out of here before he poops.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You're not Lena in here.
Okay, so you put his name on it.
What a cutie.